In Hollywood, fame isn't just about red carpets and awards. It comes with temptation, constant attention, and opportunities most of us can only dream about. For actors, dating inside the industry is almost normal. Celebs date other celebs, co-stars fall in love, and sometimes those relationships shake the entire entertainment world. But what if one single choice could change everything? What if one actor had the chance to date one of the biggest music icons of all time and decided to walk away? Actor Terrence Howard recently revealed something shocking in a podcast interview. Years before Beyoncé became part of music's most powerful couple, Howard says he could have pursued a relationship with her. But instead of taking that shot, he said no. And the reason behind that choice tells us a lot about how he handled fame, relationships, and Hollywood life.
How is it for you when you're with your wife and you're out on, maybe this has happened, maybe it hasn't happened, where a woman approaches you and it's from back in the days of relationship? Has that ever happened to you?
We've only bumped into one girl that I've dated from the past.
That means you don't get out much.
No, we don't.
Okay.
I don't go out.
You don't risk it.
And the girls I dated, I never dated anybody in the business.
Really?
No.
I've
gone, yes. I've dated them, but I never slept with anybody inside.
Ain't never slept with anybody?
Nobody
Parents.
inside the business.
Never?
No, nobody. I dated
Wow.
Naomi Campbell. I've gone out with, I'm not even going to run the list, but I've gone out with a lot of girls. I've slept in the same bed with them, but I would not, I don't know why I wouldn't attack them. I wouldn't do that. That was
So you're in the business. You're in Hollywood. It's a business where you see everybody is, for the most part, you see they hook up. It's a hookup culture. You're shooting a movie. You're gone for 30 days. I think it was Burt Reynolds. Who was it that wrote a book? Jolene. Who's the singer of Jolene? What's her name? Dolly Parton writes, I think, in a book. She says, we're doing a movie. You could fact check this, but I read this either in her book or somewhere. Her and Burt Reynolds are doing a movie, and they had never been together before. And she just says, listen, let's get it knocked out of the way so we don't even think about it. And then boom, they go handle their business, and then they do the movie. Could have been her or him or somebody else. But for you to say nobody ever, it's not like you didn't have the chances. You're a good-looking guy.
What makes this story so interesting? Terrence Howard wasn't starved for attention. Throughout his career, he met tons of successful actors, models, and musicians. But early on, he set a rule for himself: never mix work with romance. In Hollywood, actors spend months on set together. Dating a co-star can get messy fast. Howard believed keeping work and personal life separate was safer. So even when tempting opportunities came along, he stuck to his boundaries. Then came a moment that even shocked the podcast host. During the early Destiny's Child days, Howard revealed he had the chance to connect with Beyoncé.
Jay-Z with Beyoncé. You see these couples where it's like
Jay-Z. That was very, very long ago.
I mean, they were big back then when they were coming up. They were very big when they were coming up.
Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child, yeah.
That's what it was.
At the time, Beyoncé was already rising fast. Destiny's Child was about to dominate the charts. Howard admits he felt a spark, but instead of pursuing it, he ended up talking to another group member. Beyoncé noticed. Later, during a shared performance, he got a quiet reminder of what he had passed on. It was a small moment, but one that clearly stuck with him. For Howard, this wasn't about regret, it was about sticking to his principles.
A lot of girls. I dated a lot of them, but at the time, still I was battling between being a Jehovah's Witness or trying to study as a Jehovah's Witness. But there's a feeling of what is your prey. You know who has that interaction with you, and the girls are beautiful.
No fantasy of wanting to be a Hollywood couple, like what if her and I, you never thought about it that way?
Nah, that was never on it.
Faith played a big role in his choices. Back then, Howard was exploring beliefs focused on discipline, commitment, and avoiding situations that could go wrong. Hollywood is filled with temptation, attention, and high-risk scenarios that can blow up publicly. Howard saw that and kept his distance from anything that might spark trouble, even if it meant saying no to chances most people would jump at.
Yourself. As a guy that's in movies, you're famous, you're a celebrity, girls are throwing themselves at you. How do you protect yourself from not getting in trouble the way a lot of the other guys got in trouble?
Well, you don't crap where you eat at the same time. I knew that all of those things come back, and the people inside the business, how many of them were hooking up. I didn't want to get involved with that. I didn't want somebody touching.
Was a girl ever surprised when you said no to her?
Yeah, a few girls was like, one girl was like, don't you want to know what it's like to be inside of me? And I said, I'm already inside of you. You know, we're already communicating, you know, I'm already there with you. But it wasn't we didn't have that passion. The passion wasn't there. When I met my wife, the entire world came together, and, you know, I understood eternity from meeting her. I didn't feel that with the other women, you know.
Eventually, Howard met the woman who truly changed his life. This wasn't Hollywood excitement, it was real, lasting love. He calls her the one. The difference was instant. Instead of chasing fame or attention, the connection felt meaningful. That experience confirmed something he'd believed for years. Real relationships can't be forced, and chasing thrills rarely brings happiness.
So I had girls that I would hang out with. You know, everybody has when you're growing up, you got some. And today I sit back and I think that's somebody's mother now. That's somebody's grandmother now. You know, and the stuff I was asking them to do. I mean, that's the regret. That's the regret. You just, you know, but you deal with it.
Yeah, you know, does it at all bother you when he talks about this stuff, or no? Not at all. I'm amazed by that. Okay. Today, they hit on him with you there. How do you react to it? How do you handle it?
I mean, I handle it with grace and a smile, you know.
I'm
like
flattered.
the guys try and talk to her.
I mean, you have a beautiful wife, so it's not like, you know, both of you guys are.
And we're not even married. We got divorced 12 years ago.
Told me last time,
Yeah.
but it's pretty much. But you guys are together.
This is my one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my one.
So it's not the main squeeze. It is the only squeeze.
It's the only squeeze.
Okay, that's
It's
good.
the only squeeze because we're starting to look like each other. You know? She's actually become more me.
That is so funny.
You know, you see couples,
Yeah.
you see people with their dogs.
Yeah.
You know, that's
The
the law of
dogs for
reflection.
sure. Yeah.
You look like the person that you are with. You behave like the person
Yeah.
you're with.
Yeah.
So she's changed me a lot. But, you know, guys come up and try and flirt with her at other times, and she's so kind about it. She's like, wow, you're handsome, but not in this lifetime. Maybe the next one. Maybe the next
She'll say that.
Yeah, maybe the next one.
Not in this lifetime, maybe in the next one.
Yeah, and it
Looking back, the story almost sounds unreal. An actor had the chance to date Beyoncé and chose not to. But for Terrence Howard, that choice kept him true to his values and helped him avoid Hollywood's relationship chaos. Hollywood is full of romances that start with fire and end in scandal. Howard's story? Totally different. It's about discipline, personal beliefs, and knowing what really matters in the long run. And while fans might wonder, what if? Howard has no regrets. Sometimes the most important choices aren't the chances we take, it's the ones we decide to walk away from.